Okay, so when I say sunflower, what pops into your head? I bet it's that big, happy, bright yellow face, right? The classic. And hey, it's a classic for a reason. But today, we're gonna go way beyond that. We're diving into the world of professional floristry to check out a sunflower that's, well, less about rustic charm and all about pure, jaw-dropping elegance. So, on the left, you've got that sunflower we all know and love. You know, the one every kid draws with a big yellow crayon. But look over on the right. That is what the pros are growing. It's just different, right? It's sophisticated. And believe it or not, it's engineered right from the seed for a totally different job. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? We're talking about the ProCut White Nite. I mean, look at it. It's got these unbelievable creamy, almost vanilla-colored petals and this super deep dark chocolate center. This is the flower that has totally taken the wedding industry by storm. Why? Because of that refined, monochromatic look. Yeah, it's definitely less backyard barbecue and way more black tie event. Okay, but this flower's appeal, it's not just skin deep. Its beauty is actually matched by some seriously incredible design. That name, ProCut, it's not just some clever marketing, nope. It's a signal that this plant is a high-performance tool literally engineered for farmers and florists who need absolute perfection every single time. No exceptions. So what exactly is this ProCut series? Well, they're what's called F1 hybrids. All that means is they're the first-generation kid of two very different parent plants, and they're bred to have really specific, desirable traits. And in this case, those traits are speed, reliability, and uniformity. And let me tell you, those three words are absolute music to a professional grower's ears. And right here is where you see two totally game-changing advantages. First off, these are single-stem varieties. What does that mean? It means one seed gives you one perfect, straight, strong stem and one flower. That's it. No branching, no guessing. And second, and this is the huge selling point, they are pollen-free. Yep, no yellow dust staining your tablecloths, your furniture, or, heaven forbid, a wedding dress. You get all the beauty with absolutely none of the mess. And here's the real kicker. They are so fast. We're talking just 50 to 60 days, from a tiny seed to a sellable flower. Think about that. That means a grower can have a premium, high-value crop completely ready for market in less than 2 months. In the world of farming, a turnaround like that is pure gold. But look, getting these amazing results isn't just about popping a seed in the ground and hoping for the best. The single most important thing you can control to get that perfect bouquet-ready flower is spacing. It's all about creating just the right amount of competition between the plants. I like to call this the Goldilocks spacing rule. It's pretty simple. If you plant them way too far apart, like 12 inches or more, you get these massive flower heads on stems as thick as a tree trunk. Super impressive, yeah, but totally impossible to use in a vase. Now, if you plant them too close, say around 3 inches, they'll just be too skinny and weak. But that just right zone, the sweet spot, that's 4 to 6 inches apart. That's what gives you that perfect 3 to 4 inch bloom that florists are fighting for. So you've got two main ways to get these things started. First, you can direct sow the seeds right into your garden bed. It's easy for sure, but it does leave them pretty vulnerable to birds and pests. Or you can do what most of the pros do. Start them in trays inside and then transplant them out after a couple of weeks. This gives you way more control, but you've got to be super gentle with their roots. Now, remember how you only get one flower per plant? Because of that, you can't just plant them all at once in the spring and call it a day. This is where a technique called succession planting becomes absolutely key. All it means is you sow a new batch of seeds every 10 to 14 days. Seriously, this simple little trick is the secret to having a steady, continuous supply of fresh blooms to harvest every single week, all season long. All right, so you've done all the work, you've grown the perfect flower. Now it's time to harvest. And this is where most people, even experienced gardeners, get it wrong. If you wait until that sunflower looks exactly like the picture on the seed packet, fully open, beaming at the sun, you've waited too long. Yeah, actually, way too long. So if a fully open flower is too late, then when is the perfect moment to cut it? What are the pros really looking for? The answer is what the pros call the colored bud stage. This is that perfect little window when the petals have their color, but they're just starting to lift up and away from that dark center. See how they haven't flattened out yet? They kind of look like a little cup that's just beginning to open. That's the moment. But why cut so early? Well, there are two huge reasons. First, it's all about maximizing the vase life for your customer. The flower will finish opening right there in the vase beautifully over several days. It's like a little show. Second, it protects those pristine, creamy petals from pests out in the field. I mean, the less time they're open outside, the less chance there is for some bug to come along and start chewing on them. Okay, once you make that cut, your work isn't quite done. You need to act fast. Immediately strip off almost all the leaves. Why? Because they are massive water hogs, and they'll literally pull moisture away from the beautiful bloom. Just leave one or two small ones near the top for looks. Then get those stems into a bucket of clean, cool water right away. This locks in all that hydration and is the key to a long-lasting flower. Now for our final tip, and honestly, this might be the most important one. This is a very specific warning for anyone thinking about growing white nite, or really any light-colored sunflower. You have a particular enemy, and you need to watch out for it. You see, while pretty much all sunflowers attract some pests, the light, creamy petals of the white nite are like a giant neon sign for one bug in particular. It turns out they're way more attractive to this little guy than their yellow cousins are.
And that pest is the cucumber beetle. Don't let the name fool you, they can absolutely ruin your entire sunflower crop. See, unlike on a yellow sunflower where you might not even notice a little damage, on these flawless, creamy petals, every single tiny chew mark shows up like an ugly brown scar. It just makes the flower completely unsellable.
But don't worry, you can fight back. There are two really great strategies here. One, you can slip small organza bags, like the little bags for wedding favors, right over the buds as they develop. That creates a physical barrier. Or you can just be extra vigilant and harvest even earlier, like the second you see the first hint of color, before the beetles even know what's on the menu for dinner. So there you have it, the ProCut White Nite. It's so much more than just a pretty face. It's a fast, reliable, high-value flower that's literally engineered for excellence. And it just goes to show you there's a whole world of sunflowers out there beyond that classic yellow one. So the only real question left is, are you ready to grow beyond the crayon?